Well, I'll be moving it here in a minute anyway. So. I think it's working though. I think. Let's see. Yeah, I believe it says somebody's there. I don't know. We'll give it a few minutes. Oh, what's him over there? I don't know about where y'all are at, but here in these mountains, it's kind of chilly tonight. Little chilly. Look, 38, I think, where I'm at. What's up, bro? How's it going, man? I hope you're doing good, buddy. Hello, Lisa. How you doing, Andy? How you doing? Oh, I'm staying warm. It's really warm in here. Max, buddy, you're getting on my nerves. I was trying to come in here and bust some wood up, put in the fire, and this daggum cat would not leave me alone. Hey, you want to come up here now? You want to jump up here? Come on. Don't hurt my leg. Your claws hurt. Yeah, come on, let me back up a little bit. Hey, come on, jump up here. I don't know if I can get him up here or not. Come on, Max. I think he don't have enough room. He might be a little scared. He probably just camera shy. Hey, raise your head up here so people can see you. There you go. Yeah, you can see he's a big cat. Look how big there. He's a big old. Oh, he ain't gonna hurt you, bud. Sit down there. Big cat. Biggest one I've ever had. He's my buddy though. If I'm outside or anything, he's always with me. Seems like he's always around. I mean, he stays in the house. Well, he comes in and out. He does what he wants. Feels like his tail. Did you get your tail close to that flame there, bud? He's right beside the propane heater there too. I think he may have. Yeah, dude, quit. You're burning your tail, dummy. You're gonna burn your tail off. He's sticking his tail right up against this convection propane heater right here, and I thought I smelled hair burning a few minutes ago, and it was his tail. Dude, quit. You're burning the tip of your tail. You're burning the whole tip of your tail off, buddy. Well, I mean, woo, quit, buddy. I'm going to turn it off if you don't stop. Yeah, he's over here burning these. I know, there's no way for me to show it, but I promise you, his tail right here, well, you can't hardly see it. Let me see if I can tilt the camera down. Y'all might even be able to see him. Don't pay no attention to my mess over there, because that's where I was chopping wood and tearing stuff up. Come here, Max. Come here, bud. You see him? Well, you can see his tail right there, though. He don't have a long tail like he had. Something happened to it. He got some of it cut off during some point in his life. I don't know when that was, but now he's trying to stick it in the propane heater and just, I guess, burn the rest of it off. I don't know. To be honest, it's kind of a little confusing. If I'd had my tail cut off, I'd probably be real wary of stuff. Well, as you can see him right here, he don't care. He don't care too much. I mean, I can't turn this thing too good. That big heater's right here, propane, and that's what he's sticking his tail in. He's got these little slots. When he gets his tail up there, the tip of his tail literally goes in there, and there's a flame burning, a foot and a half tall. So, well, that'll do it. That'll scorch your tail for sure. Hey, happy January 6th day to everybody. Happy January 6th day. I think this day should be celebrated, actually, honestly, on a few occasions. If you know the real truth, you'll know this day is more than just the January 6th where we went up there against this evilness that's in there now, and we tried to go for God. First off, we were standing for God and in truth and in freedom. That's why I went, and I'm proud of it. So, and I get it. A lot of y'all were scared and wouldn't go. I get it. Just say that. But all jokes aside, I'm dead serious. I am proud of that day. Like I said, and I'm sure there's millions more that feel the same way. I'm just one of the few that'll still say something, right? And I'm right behind them comments. I'm gonna try to get to this side. I'm one of the few that'll say something. I'm one of the few that'll say what you're thinking. A lot of people think what I say, they just won't. It won't come out of their mouth for some reason, which is kind of mind blowing to me. But it is what it is. And I got a few little gadgets that I'm gonna show y'all. I think at bare minimum, you need to have you one of these. Bare minimum. It's just one of the little single tank And they actually got them even smaller than this. Like, and look, I'm not sponsored by this brand or nothing like that. I care about whether you live or die. First off, I don't want you to freeze to death. And you know, look, I'm kind of a weather geek, if you want to call it that. I love weather. Like, I've got the best apps and all that as far as seeing radar, and I just love it. But what I'm getting at is that I've done a little bit of research, and out there in California, probably within the next, just say 14 days, man, y'all are gonna get some heavy. I mean, y'all already have experienced rain. Like, I don't know, it might even still be raining, but I know it was just a bad storm already came through, and it's getting ready to be even worse. Like 3 or 4 more storms. So if you're in California, I hope you got your umbrella. I hope you got some floaties. I mean, your power could go out. And I know in the mountains out there it's cold. So minimum, get you one of these. Get you one of these. If not this one, then sorry, man. Sorry, guys. I'm scared. Get you one of these. Get you one like this. As you can see, this one here is a little bigger. It's basically double that one, but it's got it's got a tank on this side and a tank on this side. It's got 2. This one here is, let's see, the hottest that one there go, I think, is 12,000 BTU, I think, the little one. And this one here goes to 18, I think, when it's both lit up in there. Bare minimum, I think everybody needs to have some kind of alternate source of heat especially besides the electric that you're depending on. I mean, my overall preference would be get one of these right here. This right here. You can burn your couch if you have to. But I get that takes a lot of work, you know, putting the chimney in or popping the smoke out somehow. One of these little small propane ones, I mean, and I don't know, I know y'all probably can't see it. Here, I got a better idea. I'll do it like this. I'll show you the box. The box that I bought, that right there is what's sitting in the floor right here that you hear running. It's one of them big convection heaters. It's 80,000 BTU, which I promise you, when you crank that, it's on low. You're hearing it on low right now. When you crank that thing up, I mean, it shoots a flame. It puts off a lot of heat, But as you can see, I've got it in here in my man cave, so it's actually getting pretty warm in here. I'll probably turn it off here in just a second. But I recommend everybody get some kind of alternate source of heat, especially with, you know, they doing these rolling blackouts and all that, right? They doing all that. You could be a victim. I mean, it wasn't cold, mind you, but I don't know. I want to say, I don't know if it's Monday night or Sunday night. I don't know what night it was. A couple nights ago, we had a. I mean, it was a pretty good little mess of storms, but like, I didn't notice anything other than just a little bit of rain, a little heavy rain for like 30 seconds, and it quit. But it knocked our power out for, I don't know, 5.5 hours, I guess. You know, we understand storms and stuff will do that kind of thing, but when it's 5 degrees and the wind chill's negative 15, this wind's blowing 40, 50 miles an hour outside, and they send you a text saying, hey, just to let you know, don't flip out if your power goes out because we're going to turn it off. But just for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I've seen some places with like 30-minute intervals. And, you know, guys, when like I said it last night, when the house gets that cold, or when the temperature gets that cold, it's really hard to get that base heat back in that house. Once you lose it, unless you got something humongous, like say this right here, you know, this will probably bring it back. But unless you got something huge, you're not gonna get it back, and your heat pump's never gonna bring it back up to where it was. But I also got a few more things that I want to show you guys. And look, some of these may be Christmas presents, some of them may not, some of them I just may have bought for myself, what have you. But anything I can find that I feel useful in my life, then I want to show y'all, man. Look, you know, if you really sit and think about it, that's really hard to find. Most of the time, people are taking stuff like this, you know, and they're hoarding it up and don't show nobody. I don't know. I think if I buy something and it comes in handy for me, then, well, I mean, if I got 2 of them, or if you want it bad enough, I'll just give it to you. But I think everybody should get the benefits front. But as you can see, like I said, some of these comes with it's like a little hard sheath it comes with. But I'm telling you what, it's got the hammer on the ends. I mean, it just depends on whatever you want to do, I reckon. But It's super sturdy, super thick. Good little handy. I don't know what you call it. But what is called a wood chopping axe, okay? Chopping wood. It's perfect for chopping wood, I promise you. And see, I'm just one of them old redneck hillbillies right here, so I told you the mess in the floor there. I just got done chopping the wood that's a burning right there. So, yeah, this right here is perfect. Perfect to chop some wood with. And guys, I can't see no comments yet. As you can see, I've got my phone a long ways. So when I do see a comment, I only see 2 at a time. But if you give me just a second after I show these few things here, I will go back and read some of them. So I don't want nobody to think I'm ignoring them or anything. But like I said, this right here is pretty cool. And as you can see, all these are kind of, these two here are the same name brand. And if you want to see it again, if something caught your eye, let me know and I'll show you the axe again. But I like little gadgets and stuff like this. Like, I mean, I'm one of the high-tech rednecks electronically, but also any kind of ways. You know, this right here is a little pry bar, as you can see. And it comes with this little carrying case. It goes on your belt if you want to carry it on. Now, I would say, you know, I'm going to give an honest review, right, from a redneck hillbilly right here. This right here, you know, I try to look at all aspects of things when, you know, if I'm going to tell you about it. So I will warn you, this part right here, if you got that on your belt and you go to sit down in your car, depending on which way you got it, it's either going to dig in your leg or it's going to dig in your leather seats or, you know, whatever it may be. So kind of be careful and very knowledgeable of that. Like I keep this right here in my little bag. I got a little bag that literally I carry everywhere. It's like a little backup bag. I keep this in my bag. Just, you know, you never know. You come up on a car wreck. I mean, it's got the seatbelt cutter in there. Pretty a good one right there. That gutter on there. Seatbelt cutter. Right. So that's a seatbelt cutter. Anyhow, perfect. If somebody's in a car wreck and they're stuck, you'll be able to get the seatbelts. Can't get the door open. You may be able to pry it open. But guys, you can get this stuff just like this right here on Amazon for like, I think this was only like 25 bucks, 25, 30 bucks, something like that. Now don't quote me on the price, but it wasn't that expensive for what it is. I thought, man, that's just gonna be some little cheap piece of junk. I'm not gonna be able to, you know, use it. But considering I'm showing it to you, it's good. It's sturdy. Like, I cannot bend that. I can't bend it. I'm make sure. As you can see, that is some. You see how thick it is right there. Where's the camera? It's pretty thick. I mean, it's all the way, and it's nice. It's super nice. And this right here is the same. This company, and like I said, I'm not sponsored by them or nothing. Name brands, you can see it right there. I'm not gonna say it. Reaper, it's spelled backwards, but you can see the name brand right there. That's for this and that. But guys, I want them. This right here. If you're camping, whatever. I've used it to cut tomatoes and potatoes, and you talk about. Oh, it's got another seatbelt cutter on it right there. Just to let you know, another seatbelt cutter right there. But this, as you can see, I mean, this thing is super thick. Awesome little, it's got a good weight to it. And it's super sharp. And it, like I said, it comes with a little sheath there that you can carry it in. Now, you know, my honest review on that is it's a little big to be carried. I keep it on my bag, you know, my bag belt. I keep it on there, so. Oh, and that's going to show y'all one of these. I don't know how many people have got one of these. One of these these little blend jet things. I bought, I think seven. Yeah, I bought 7 of them. And naturally, I got me one, and then I got 6 other ones for Christmas presents. But I'm telling you, I mean, you tap that little button one time, and it'll grind up anything. These little things are amazing, and I mean, they say you travel and this and that, and they make little what is it like what's the word I'm looking for? Cooler, like insulated cooler cases you can put these in. But I'm telling you, it's endless possibilities what you can make with this thing. Like when I first got to look at them, I was like, you know, you can make you a smoothie or, you know, a milkshake. And man, these people making pancake batter. They put anything that you can blend up. Well, it in my mind, I didn't see that. Like to me, it was like, you know, mix up your protein drink or make a smoothie. But there's endless possibilities with what you can do with one of these. And look, I'm not sponsored by them by no means, nothing like that. I just think it's a good product. I enjoy it, so you all will too. And right now, look, I'll say if you can find one of these black marble ones, they're super high. That's just because they're sold out of everything right now. Once they get back in stock, you'll be able to get one. Like I was very, very blessed and lucky, I think, to be able to get one of the daggone black marble. See, that's not just the black, that's the black marble. And, well, go try to find one. I did. And the cheapest one I could find was $85 on eBay, and these are not that much. They're only like $40-50, depending on where you buy them. Some might be 60, I don't know, but if you get the design ones, kind of like this, other than just the normal base colors, it is a little bit more, but they're awesome, guys. You definitely need to go get you one. I think they're great. I think they're great. Yeah, and I think like a couple nights a week, I've gotten so much stuff just to show. Oh, I knew I had something else. One of these. Y'all check out. You probably seen this right here. This exact daggum thing advertised on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok or whatever. And yeah, I'm one of them. Like I see a little gadget or something, I'm like, oh man, I need one of them. Well, as you can see, guys, let me find where the camera is. This got a little slot in it right there. And when you get your key ring over in that part, you turn this right here. And I'm trying to show y'all with my hands there. It's kind of, it's real, oops, I missed it. It's stiff to turn, so you gotta, you don't want it to. I've got too many key rings in there. So there we go. Well, don't knock it out, Jamie. There we go. There you go. Hey, don't you love it when you're doing something? I'll show you the little, oop, there it goes. See, then it pops out. Need your key ring. You can put, several of them on there. And you're probably wondering what this is. That's one of them. And look, man, you know what? I've had people, I don't know how many people, several, saying because I've got Mr. Bones right here, this skeleton sitting right here, and because I've got skulls and stuff that I'm some kind of devil worshiper or something. And look, it's nothing remotely ever close to that. Y'all really know me, know that, but the ones that don't, I look at skulls as you are one. So why don't you like that? I don't know. I think they're cool. But this right here is one of them. You untwist this. I'll show y'all. You untwist it, and it's one of them little permanent mats. You strike it, and I don't have no fluid in this one, so I'd show y'all. Now, I don't know. It might work. I didn't put no fluid in it. We'll see. It probably won't. I'll strike it a few more times. Look at that! Guys, I didn't put no. It ain't got no fluid in it. It wasn't supposed to. Hey, it works. But you can see there, it's just, they're called a permanent mat. A permanent match is what it's called. And, the bottom comes off, or you can pour it down the top. You just get Zippo fluid. And I haven't even done this one yet. And I'm really surprised. Maybe it comes already filled. I don't know. But I'm really surprised that it did that. But I don't know, guys. I've gotten so many. And as you can see, I'm putting that keychain. Now it's back down on the bottom right there. You can just twist this right here, and you don't have to catch none of them. There's all you keys are hanging there, and I know it might be a little hard to see, but I've seen these advertised on just about every platform that they are. So let me go back and see if I can read some of these comments, because I know good night. I know I've missed a whole bunch. My gosh, guys, if it's something important, and I hope if it's something important, just type it again for me there, so I didn't gotta go all the way back. I kind of put my foot in my mouth before I realized I didn't know that being. I didn't think there's that many comments. There's no way I'll be able to go back now. So if it's something, I'll see it right now. I apologize. Y'all know how I am when I get talking. And like I said, guys, Daniel can tell you. He knows he knows everything that I've got. But there's a lot of cool little gadgets, man. That I just, if it benefits me, it ought to benefit you, right? I think that's the way it should be. But trust me, I get the fact of, that's like I said, I seen one. There's one of these right now. One of these just like this one on eBay right now for $85. And I promise you, I didn't pay that for this one. Okay, if I'm guessing right, and I think it's like 52 is what I paid for this one. It was weird. I ordered 5 from one company and then 2 from BlendJet. And y'all know I'm going to be real about this too. If you'd say, well, Jamie, what would you do? There's several designs, there's several other companies that I guess is, BlendJet has give their product to that actually sell the BlendJet. Like Amazon don't, and Target does. I don't go to Target because they don't allow me in their door because, well, we just don't believe the same with a set like that. With the sign say on the wall, and I don't participate in that, but. Anyway, they do get it, and you can get it online that way or what have you. But what I'm getting at is BlendJet took, I want to say, 27 days. From the time I placed the order to the time I got it, it was 27 days, where the other company took like 4. So I think Royal Design was the name of that other company that this one didn't come. This one had to come from BlendJet. And so that's the thing. The other companies might not have the color you want. So I had to do a lot of research, and I initially just got 5 of them just for Christmas presents because I couldn't find well, there's actually another color that I wanted more, but either one that I wanted, I couldn't find one, and once I did find it, I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and get them 2, and then I can get 2 more for Christmas presents. It worked out really good, but all I'm saying is if you order through BlendJet, expect a lengthy, 2-3 weeks before you get it. That Royal Design, I think, and look, they're not paying me or not. They probably should be because I'm kind of promoting them right here. But excuse me, they got it to me a whole lot faster. 5 of them versus 2. So like I said, I bought 7 altogether. Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I had bought literally. All three of these heaters that you see are right before the cold snap. Well, I take it back. This one right here, guys, I'm telling you, you can go. This big one right here, because it was green, the color. Like, let me think. I don't want to tell y'all wrong. Walmart is where I got this one. I got that one there at Home Depot and that one there at Lowe's. Look, I'm giving it to them all, right? They're all getting a little word in here tonight, but I went to Walmart and this one here is the 18,000, dual tank, the dual 1-pound tanks, and I actually got the hose so I can run the 20-pound tank into this one or that little one, either one. See, that's another option. Maybe I didn't say that a few minutes ago. You don't have to use these tanks. You can get you a good hose, a $30, $35 hose, one that ain't gonna blow you up, and then you get you a 20-pound tank, and one like this on a 20-pound tank lasts about 80 hours. So, there, but what I was getting at, Walmart, because this is green, had this one on sale. Instead of being $160, it was only $70. Because it was green. And when I clicked the red one, it was like 140, 170, I don't know, way over $100, right? And then when I clicked the green color, huge discount. So there may even still be some left. So go to Walmart. They should sponsor me too, but go to Walmart and grab them before they're gone. I don't care if it's pink. It don't make no difference to me what color. I got spray paint. I can paint it if I don't like the color. I personally like green. That's one of my favorite colors. So, but yeah, you go to Walmart right now, you liable to get one of them. They got them on sale right now for some reason. And they come from New Jersey, so, or mine did rather. And I'm pretty sure that's probably where the other ones are. They probably just got a couple them colors there that they don't like, or too many of them. And I think it's a great deal. I paid more for that little one than I did that double tank one. That little red one, single tank, I paid more for it than I did the green one. This blows my mind, guys. But I got lucky on the green one, Got my fire needs turned up. I'm gonna throw this piece of cardboard in there and burn it. Right there, beautiful. Oh, we're getting ready to have a big old fire. Touch that piece of wood. Put it up in there. Come on, buddy. Well, just touch it right there. Yeah, that'll take out. That piece of cardboard will take off here in a minute. You'll see it flame up there. Let me go back. They should sponsor me. Hey, if they send me whatever, I'll give them. One thing about it, they'll get an honest opinion about it. That's for sure. Look here. I've got my stove right there, and when I clean it out, I've got my ash box. Well, you see it. It's right there. It's an old cooler. And I pour water in it, let it hold a little water, and then pour my ash in there. Because, guys, if you don't do that, them ashes, if they're still smoldering like that, they catch back on fire. So I use that right there and usually fill it up with water so I know it's out. But I was cleaning up that mess. You can see in my ashes. I've got them everywhere. I'm gonna have to get me go get me a little broom or something, or vacuum, and clean that mess up. Just making sure I didn't miss no comments there. You love the green? Hey, go right now and go buy you one. Go buy you one. It's even if you don't live in a really, really cold area, man, guys, this weather, the way it's how do I say this? The way it's amped up, man-made amped up, it could get cold at your house. So I'm telling you, they're like I said, they're good little heaters. Hold on, I'll show you. Sit it down right there. See if I can slide it back up there. I don't want to get too close to this and Jarvis, see right here. Maybe. See if it come up. Boy, look out there. You can see that flame, it fired right up. Just right here. Come on, man. There we go. Good night. I've got that gun fire everywhere. There's low. And you keep turning. Keep turning. Put it out. There it is. That gun. Yeah, that's hot. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. There's fire everywhere. Let me see if I close that a little bit. You can see that heater better. There you go. Yeah, it works great. Works great. You can tell it's brand new because that's blue. Once you use one for a while, then you turn on it to be red. You know, in a minute it'll turn blood red. I'm not gonna let it get to that point because I've got an inferno back here behind me. I just want to, you know, a lot of guys with anything online anymore, you don't know what's good and what ain't. You don't know. Not till you get it and you try it out. You honestly have no idea. You know. So like I said, when I get stuff and it turns out to be good stuff, then I'm gonna share it with y'all. And man, I've already got like this video right here could be another 3 hours of just me showing stuff, like it really could. Thank God for that. It's all God's stuff. None of this stuff's really mine. It's all God's, and we borrowing it from Him. But I appreciate Him letting me use it, and especially all these little gadgets and stuff like the high tech. You know, the high tech stuff. I love that stuff. I mean, you're watching me on one of them, so. Kelly, yeah, I hope you have your a propane. Yeah, and like I said, with them doing them rolling blackouts, go to Walmart. Good night. This is behind me back here. It's a rolling. It's a rolling the heat out there. I gotta be honest, I'm gonna probably. I was ready to say I was gonna turn this propane off, but I'm just gonna leave it going because, well, that right there ain't gonna burn forever. It's gonna die down, but it's super hot right now. That's why I opened them doors. Open them doors, let all that heat come out instead of up the chimney. Yeah, and you know, I know I had a bunch. Daniel has made one of the little shorts on his page that I've still yet to see. Like I tried to check it before I went live, just to see where I could say, oh yeah, man, it was there, or no, it wasn't. And I looked and it wasn't there. I still yet to see it. And I had several people commented on the video I did last night, and then there was several that emailed me, like, you know, or text me or whatever, and it's like, man, I didn't know you was there. I didn't get no notification. Like I still hadn't got it. I don't know what is going on. Maybe they're having some issues. I don't know. But what I'd recommend is go and hit like on whoever's page that you like. I say it like this: whoever you're subscribed to, if you want to see their content, make sure that little bell's turned on, and then go and hit like on several of their videos, guys, because that's how the algorithm works. You know, they're going to distract you with, and look, any way you look at it, in their eyes, I'm a working distraction for them. And you know, so anything they can use to distract you with, they're going to. So when you go through and click these algorithms, you notice on your phone when you go through it, it's really compatible with stuff you're looking for, right? So, what I'm getting at, if the people that didn't see, the only thing I know to say is go through and hit like on a few videos, and I'm not doing that for no clout. As you can see which videos are monetized and which ain't. And there's only one video that's monetized on the whole on this whole account. One video and one intro opening, just because it made me on that one. So it ain't for the clicks and views. It's so, well, one, I probably don't have to repeat myself, and two, you won't miss something. It's kind of mind blowing to me. You know, I look at this internet kind of the way I do the kind of way I do real life. Is you know, if you're my buddy and you say you got my back, then if I go somewhere and I run my mouth and it comes down to a fight, then you're gonna be right there fighting with me. You're gonna be helping me out. Well, I kind of look at the internet as kind of the same thing. It's like most of the time I got all kinds of people agreeing with what I say, but when it comes to the point of not them saying it, putting my face on their page and telling their people, well, that's the buck stops there. It won't go past that point. But it says like, oh, I agree with you, but I'm kind of in the closet about it. I can't be open about it. So look, if you're not one of them, then share this out. This ain't I mean, like I said, I'm not making no money. I'm just saying the algorithms will put me out there or put videos, not just me, everybody. It'll put it out there. The more you share, the more you like, the more you interact with the video. That's how it gets its growth. And look, there's a lot of people, a whole lot bigger than I'll ever be, that's got shadow banned. Their accounts they're flagged. They can't get no traction, and they've got literally thousands, hundreds of thousands of people trying to share their stuff, and they're still shadow banned. Look, I'm not one of those. That one of them is not me, right? But it lets and that's another thing. It lets me know, like the account it'll say so and so shared this to here, so and so shared this. You don't see that. All I see is people just on here commenting and talking. But I'm just trying to give you a option, I guess, of maybe why YouTube didn't let you know last night. I don't know. I know the more you interact, the more you're going to see it. That's just how it is. And that's another reason, like especially on Facebook, that I'm real picky on who I hit like and comment and talk to. Because if I do hit like, say it's somebody that's just, back in the day, I guess you'd say there's people that, just buddies, we were kind of pushing for the same cause. I didn't really like a lot of stuff they said, but I'd go ahead and hit that like, just try to help push them and help them out there. Yeah, I don't do that no more. Because I learned once you hit that like or even the angry face, that person will be in your newsfeed that much more. And it's the same. It's the same with YouTube. Same, absolute same. Chance, what's up, buddy? I ain't seen or talked to you in a long time, man. I hope you're doing good. And if you commented way before this, brother, I just now seen your first one, man. But it's been a long time since we talked, so I hope everything's doing. Everybody up that way is doing real good. Yeah, Daniel. If you got, guys, I was replying to that comment about Daniel right there. That solar stuff, there's no way it's going to save the world, but it would be good backup. Like, I think that's all. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna get up behind these comments. I think that's kind of all it'll ever be is our energy grid can't handle all electric. First off, but backup power, I think it's great. But yeah, I know Daniel's been talking about, and he's been trying to talk me into it too. Like I said, I think it's a great idea, but it's kind of expensive. Like, you're going to spend probably, to get a good one, what do you say, Daniel? Minimum $2,000, $3,000. Then that's just for a small one, enough to do your house and whatever. But they're very expensive. Oh, well, Blazing Fuse, thank you so much. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. If y'all see people, let me know, because I ain't better than nobody, and like I said, I ain't doing this for the clicks and the views and all that. I'll thank you. I appreciate it. Because like I said, sometimes you have to beat those algorithms. There'll come a day where, I'll have to team up and probably beat them algorithms. But this channel's not there yet, okay? No, it's nowhere close to that. No heat 5 days. Well, I don't know. I know around here back when it was real cold. Now they didn't do it to me, but my neighbor is on a different complete power system. Like he's got he pays his power bill to a completely different company. It's kind of weird, and we live side by side, but that's how it works around here. We're kind of like on the very end of another power side, and my neighbor's power was out. Like I come outside and I heard his heat pump click off. But they said just 15 minutes, right? And then just say if he's got a pretty good size heat pump. I don't know how hot it is. That really don't matter, I don't guess. But just say the house was 68, 70 degrees, something like that when they did that. And in 15 minutes, guys, they done it at the worst time, like 60 mile an hour winds, 50 mile an hour winds. And look, if you don't have no good insulation underneath your where you're at, then all that heat's just going to push right out with that wind. And you don't have nothing regenerating, so what happens? You get cold, right? Then your heat pump comes back on, and unless you got something like this or something extra, you're never going to get the heat back like you was. For $5,000, you could do it. I was kind of, for the $2,000 to $3,000 is kind of like just essential stuff. That wasn't including, and I'm talking about solar power again, that wasn't including running your washer and dryer and your refrigerator and all that. That was just basic survival essential. Guys, that's how my mind thinks all the time. But Daniel will know the real price there because it's expensive. It's expensive. Very. Yeah, like I said, I love the idea of solar as extra or backup or but I wouldn't want to just have to depend on it for. First of all, that'd be crazy amount of money if you had to depend on that. But like I said, our energy grid is not big enough yet. I don't think it'll ever get there. Maybe way light years in the future or years. I don't know. But right now, it ain't. And I don't know about y'all, but after trying to find my box cutter, there it is. After Christmas, the holidays, y'all always have bunches and bunches of boxes, cardboard. I do. That's another benefit of having a wood stove. It helps cut down on your trash just a little bit, and it helps keep you warm. So my number one would be definitely to recommend one of them. But I understand not everybody can. Not everybody's house is set up for one or what have you. I get it. It's always good to have one on backup, just in case. I bet you I burnt. Well, you can see them ashes and that thing. They're getting kind. I should have cleaned it out a lot better. I left some of them in there because, well, they were still smoldering pretty good, but. I burn off. That don't look like it, but that's a whole lot of you can see how big this box was. This was a big one. I ain't sponsored. I'm not sponsored by Walmart, so I should be, but I'm not. Like I said, guys, if I find anything in life that helps me and I enjoy it, that makes my life any bitty, teeny, even if it don't make it better, but it still helps, I'm gonna share it with you. I think that's the way we should all be. And sadly, we're not. This day and time, it's, well, look at this, as bad as I'd love to have, one of those, what's the word, like Lamborghini or Ferrari, one of those $1 million cars, just to say that. It'll never happen, man. There's no way I could be driving around in a car that costed $1 million when there's homeless people sleeping down the street down here. I just couldn't do it. I don't know how some of these people sleep at night. And some of these people got 5 and 6 of them. And, the people online, and look, I got distracted today. It caught me like that. I was watching videos of these people bragging about how many cars. And look, man, I'm happy for them. That's great. But I guarantee you right down the road, there's somebody probably starving. Their body's on the verge of malnutrition because they didn't eat good in the past 4 or 5 days. Something happened. They lost their job last week. I don't know, man. You could go on and on and on and on and on all about that, but y'all get the drift of what I'm saying. I just don't know how this day and time people do it. It's just hard. It's hard to comprehend all this money and on one side or on these, and man, it's just sad. It's sad what we allow. Okay, how fast that? You wouldn't believe how hot that is. I mean, I know you have to know how hot fire is. That cardboard, when it's in that state right there, maybe that's the hottest state it gets. I don't know, but boy, it's cooking. Put at the most heat right there. What are y'all into tonight anyway? Yep. I missed your comments there. I'm trying to get this fire back up going. Okay, I just making sure I didn't forget nobody. Golly. When fire's hot like that, stay away from it. About the best advice I give you tonight, buddy. Other than you better know Jesus, that's the best advice I give. Oh, I'm gonna say this too. I have people. It's weird. I used to talk to a lot of people on Messenger, and my Messenger don't work over on the Facebook side, just so people know. But I used to talk to a lot of people over there before I got banned and all that. It was actually 2 years ago today, matter of fact. Wow. Well, probably actually tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the anniversary of all that. But I used to talk to everybody a lot on Messenger. And then when that kind of went downhill, it went to email. Everybody talking to them at email. So last night I got a bunch of messages from, or not a bunch, say 5 or 6, from people's, man, I didn't know you was live. I didn't get no notification, this and that. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I wish, I tried to put out a little reminder beforehand. And look, the algorithms, I guess, wasn't strong enough and you didn't see it in time. But look, man, there was a few of them was saying, man, why don't you say nothing about summer? Why ain't you talking about summer wells? And I'm like, well, because there's no new evidence. There's nothing changed, like to help find this little girl. No new evidence has come about. Let's say it like that. You know, I'm not gonna get on here and distract you and waste your time with all my theories of what I think, because you know what? At the end of the day, it don't matter. It don't matter because none of them works. None of my theories find her. None of them's found her. So, and look, I get there's a few people that's made a living over this little girl on this same platform I'm talking to you on right now. They do it every single day. Some of these people has talked about this little girl every single day for over, oh my gosh, over a year and a half now. And I get it, but I'm not going to do that. First of all, I'm not going to waste your time. You know, the sad thing is a lot of y'all are paying these people to do it. Like these people on there saying the same thing they did, just in a little different manner, the same way they did 2-3 nights ago. And y'all are throwing the more super chats, by God, than you did 2 nights ago. And I'm like, man, they talked about this. Like, that's kind of weird. Okay, I'm going to listen just a little bit more. And then I'm listening. I'm like, he said the same thing the other night. I mean, he's just wasting my time. If you don't have a different view on it or new evidence, why you talking about the same old stuff? And then the biggest problem that I said, why was these people paying for it? I'm like, wow, ain't no cure for stupid. That's all I know to say. That's a proven fact. So, you know, man, y'all, you can say what you want. You know, I've come to the point to where you can start whatever rumor you want to about me, and ride it till the sun goes down. Because at the end of the day, I don't care. I'm not going to give you that 5 seconds of stress in my mind, even to address it. And I think everybody kind of needs to be that way because, well, since I've been doing it like that, life is so much better. There's no drama, you know. Not only with the little summer wells, but several other missing people before that. Man, I caught so much drama, and you're thinking, why would you catch drama? You're just trying to help, right? My question too. I don't know, man. But there's always a lot of drama, you know, a lot of people trying to point the fingers at you and this and that just because you're friends in the area or you're friends with the little girl's daddy on Facebook or whatever it may be, man. Oh, I automatically had something to do with it, right? And one of the sad realities is that I have put more boots on the ground and spent more of my money on this little girl trying to find her than any of these people did. Was they sending money to try to help support the cause? No. Not to the ones that's actually boots on the ground doing something. They sent it to the ones sitting behind the camera talking about doing something. See, there's a difference. But what I was getting at is that, look, any rumor you hear, if you believe it, gas on it right at the sunset. I don't care. It won't make a difference to me. That, you know what, at the end of the day, Jesus is the only person I have to answer to. I don't honestly don't care, and I'm not gonna get stressed out. If my mama's was alive this day and time, they would be super shocked that, well, they would just normally be like, Jamie, you'd normally be all up wide-eyed, and you're not, you know. Yeah, I think they'd be a little surprised. Let's just say it like that. Maybe. Y'all hold on a second. Okay. Chris Webb, what's up, brother? I've almost got this cardboard shut. And if you just coming in the video, guys, you can go back and see I showed a few gadgets. I showed some gadgets and stuff off in the beginning of the video, and them heaters. And I'm not showing that to brag. I'm showing that saying you need it. It will help you in your life, right? That's I don't want anybody thinking that's bragging, or I don't know why anybody would, but there's people like that, believe it or not. There will be this huge one. Look there, that whole box, guys. We got that whole box gone that fast. You seen how much room it was taking up, right? Taking up. Now look how much room it's taking up. You did it. It's getting kind of warm in here now. It's getting kind of warm. And Chris, I don't know how long you've been in here, but I'll show you too. They got these on sale at Walmart right now for like $70. The dual tanks, one on each side, and they so far. I mean, I can't give like a review and say, oh man, that thing's been great because it kept us warm. I don't know. I just got it, but I did light it up and it burns good and all that. Because I initially started with this one right here. This one costed more than the other one, just because it was green. If you get the red one in that same one, there was no sale. I don't know what's going on. They're racist against green up there in New Jersey. That's where it comes from. They're racist against green. Oh, you got one of each? Yeah, I know. I seen your picture where you had it. I'm pointing because there's a 20-pound tank sitting there running this thing. I done showed it once, but that's what you hear sitting in the floor is one of them conjection heaters there. And it's hooked to a 20-pound, but I got a hose. It actually came in the mail today to be able to hook the 20-pound up to them. Woo! Oh, that's getting hot. Burnt my beard. My dadgum cat come in here and stuck his tail in the propane one and singed it, and I just singed my own face. Woo, boy, that's hot. Normally, I just swing a door, but nah, I want that heat to come in here. This is kind of a big area. I mean, I know y'all can't see it, but it's a mess back that way. I promise, it's a mess. I've got just like a little area right here that's my man cave where my stove and all that stuff is. I gotta get the rest of it cleaned out. But what I'm getting, it's a big area. I don't know how big it is, but I mean, you could fit. I mean, you fit five cars in here pretty easy. So clean the pilot too. I got you. Yeah, it's kind of like if you sit and think about time, we're going back. We're going backwards. It's like I don't know why I'm trying to put that knife in my pocket. Oh, here's one more little gadget that I think you should get. It's Kershaw, but as you can see, I just barely touch it. It's got that spring in there that helps assist. As you can see, I love cleaver blades. I just love cleaver blades. They got a good bite when you need them. They get a good bite when you need them. But right there, I'd recommend that. It's Kershaw, like I said. Kershaw, and I'm not sponsored by them or nothing. It's a good knife. It's a real good, sturdy knife. And you can see, man, I got lanyards on everything to make easy access for me to grab whatever. I mean, you think I'm joking. I got lanyards on everything I own. My flashlights, everything I own got lanyards. I can't show some of the other stuff. Now that don't have a lanyard on it, but I used to carry a lot of lanyards on me to make it easy. Make it easy to just pick stuff up. One burner propane stove. Yeah, they actually sell. I got a video of it, like a 20-second video, because in my mind I was gonna put it on TikTok, and then I didn't. But I put a can of chili. I'm this little red one right here. I ain't got a. Well, there's a Coke can right here. I ain't gonna do it. You can see. Hold on a minute. I'll use this Gatorade bottle. Just say this. I had a can of chili is what I did. I had this lid down like this. I set that can of chili right there. That flame's coming up. I put me on a pair of gloves, and I just sat and turned it. See, you see my fingers turning right there. I rotated it, but it was a can of chili. And when I took that lid off, in my mind, I was like, it's gonna be warm. It burnt the tip of my tongue. It was so hot. So, yeah, they actually make this same company there, that buddy, little buddy, whatever it's called. They make a big buddy and whatever, and it's actually got like a stove. It's a 2 propane burner in the bottom, and then it's got like a top that sits on it for actually heat your house. And in emergencies, you can take that top off and use the bottom as a stove. They sell that too, but I heat mine up. I've got a stove right here. That's y'all have seen. I've cooked on this, but when I was in the house, I just put that can of chili in there and started rotating it, and it cooked it right up. It was amazing. So that night the power went out. There was no different in my house other than it was just a little bit dimmer because I have my O lights. Now I know my buddies know what O-light flashlights, O-lights. I've got O-light bulbs, and they're rechargeable, and you just hit the bottom, they come on. But I had the brightness way down because I wanted them to last longer. So the only difference was it was just a little bit dimmer. We didn't realize the power was out, and it was cold or chilly rather. It wasn't cold, it was chilly. The guy was looking for a Gatorade, and I just set it down. I see what you're saying. Yeah. A paint roller. Had to hold it up there. Oh, well. You can't beat a daggum lifetime warranty on nothing. What was it I bought? Oh, these groove belts. This one here, I think this one's actually a different one. This is that one that carbon fiber, but them groove belts that pop loose like that and the magnet pulls it back. I recommend guys, I carry a lot of stuff on my waist with a belt, and if you'd think these belts, you think they'd be real flimsy, but it's the most comfortable belt I got. And I think I bought a total of, I bought some Christmas presents, but I bought a total of like 5 or 6 of them. I got 2 myself, so they're super, super, super comfortable belts. Like in my butt, and I mean they got women's too. So don't think, oh, that's just a man thing. No, they got women's too, and these things give just enough. Just where it makes it feel like you honestly don't have a belt on. Now you can still feel the weight naturally, but it's just real comfortable. Yeah, Daniel's got one, so he can tell you how comfortable it is. Like I've not seen nobody yet that either they told me about it or vice versa that don't love them. Like. It's amazing. And I'm not sponsored by Groove Belt either. I probably should be, but I'm not. But go check them out. It's a good product, man. Good product. And get this. I ordered, my other one is the Old Glory. It's like it's a colored, it's the American flag. Looks like it's waving on the belt. And I actually ordered that one first. And they sent me this carbon fiber one. They didn't send me the right one. And they sent me a thing and said, well, do you care to do a review? And I was like, look, I love the belt. I just wish I'd got the one I ordered. And before I knowed it, I had an email confirmation. They was sending me the right one. And I was like, well, do you want me to send this one back? And they said, no, you just keep it. Just keep it for your trouble. And I was like, wow. And these belts got a 93-year warranty on them. So they're good. They're good belts, really are. Yeah, well, your husband needs to go get him one. I'm telling you. I've got $80, $90, $120, $130 belts in there hanging in my closet that are not comfortable. Like they're super thick leather. Some of them are like duty belts, police belts rather, that kind of thickness. And man, look, them are not comfortable, man. They put big bruises on your hips, and they're just not comfortable. They're sturdy. Yes. Can you go cliff hanging with them? Yes. But are they comfortable? No. They're too thick. They're too stiff. These right here are amazing. And, you say, Jamie, how much are those? The normal ones are, this carbon fiber one is, I think, one of the most expensive, and it's $75. So anywhere from I think $69.95 to $74.95 is what the belts are, depending on what, if it's got a flag or something on it, it costs a little more. But if it's plain, it don't. Other than carbon fiber, I don't know why they do. I guess maybe the material, whatever. But just say $65, $70. But I promise, anybody you buy one of these belts for, they'll not buy another belt. They'll not have another belt. That'll be the belt they wear the rest of their life. I think they're amazing. And like I said, I carry a lot on my waist, all the way around my waist. I walk around like I should be working to fix the power in the internet, right? Like when the power went off, I could walk through the house. I was like, I'll go fix it. But it ain't really me. But I'm like that all the time. I just got stuff on me, and I carry a bag that's full of stuff. So I'm just one of them, I guess. Do I watch Unashamed? No, I've not watched that. I have heard about that though. Somewhere or something. I did see. I've heard that name before, but no, I've not watched it. I've not watched it at all. If y'all got any prayer requests or anything, and look, guys, I know there's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of people. I seen a guy. I don't know where he lives. Somewhere up there in Virginia. I'm trying to plug his phone in. Somewhere in Virginia or something like that. But I seen that. We was talking about house fires or people, burning down last night, and then I seen a post today where a guy's dead. So I don't know his name. I don't know how many kids he's got. I don't know anything about him, but God does. So I'm pretty sure that's it's probably one of the lowest parts in his life and their life that they've been in. And look, I don't know them, but lift them up in prayer, because anybody, and look, they may be, and I'm sure there is hundreds going through that. I just think we should lift them all up in prayer, because it's yeah. Now, if you're talking about with Phil and them, I didn't know what it was called. I have seen some podcasts, just little, snippets, say 3, 5, 8 minute longs. But yeah, I love listening to Phil and them. I think that they've been true, and they've never ever spit in Jesus' face like a lot of these big time celebrity anybody on TV has. They've never done that. They've always faithful. I thought my beard was on fire. There's smoke coming through there, but it ain't. It's just from that smoldering behind me. But they've never shied away from it that I've seen, and I appreciate that, because there's so many that do. So many that do. All right, we can get this. Woo-hoo! I didn't know I had that in there. We can get this fire going. Well, I put that piece of styrofoam in there. It'll go. Oh, get ready to make a mess. Watch how fast that takes off. Get down there. Oh, you can't see it, but you can. Here you go. There you go. That's just a piece of styrofoam, all it is. You see? Well, the bottom ain't thick, but the sides are pretty thick. Just wedge it down in there. Look there, it's just a melting. It ain't even, oh, there it goes. That's what they say, it didn't even get it on fire. Now it will. Poof. I mean, y'all just imagine if that box or whatever be laying in your house, and you see how daggone fast that styrofoam takes off. So in just a second, it's gone. I'll throw another one in there. Maybe throw a couple pictures in there at the same time all the time. Oh, that's a break. Good night. Look at that. You see it shooting out? Y'all see that? Y'all see it shooting out there? Whew. Look in there. Look at that. Look at that. Woo, boy, that is hot. Look in there now. Do that. There's that flaming out there. Yeah. So that's getting hot. That's getting real hot. I'm going to close that side down for a minute, because it's getting so hot in there. Woo! Boy, that is getting hot. You see how dangerous this stuff is? You're like, it's a rolling. Yeah, I ain't trying to breathe it in. I was holding my breath. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I was holding my breath. Yeah, you would think it would just melt, but, well, as you can see, poof, look there. Oh, hold on. I gotta fix my door right there. It's kind of loose on the hinge there. I gotta put some JB weld on it. I ain't. Woo, look there. Y'all see that? Yeah, gum, that's hot. That's a lot of, let me close that stuff down. That's a lot. I ain't putting that whole piece in there. That's too much. About burnt my eyeballs out. Anybody got any prayer requests? Because I'm here to have a word of prayer, guys, and I want to let that burn out. And I'm going to call it a night. There we go. And I'm actually going to turn. I'm actually going to turn this off. Crank it down. That might even be a little quieter. Pretty sure it is. But when you talk about hot, some of that is hot. Golly. That styrofoam, you'd think it melt, but it daggone burns. Does good. What's that now? What was that? What BTU's the big heater? The green one's 18,000 BTU. I'm pretty sure this little one, I mean, y'all can look it up, but I'm pretty sure this little one is like 4 to 10,000 BTU. I think's what this one is. And then this green one is, let's see, maybe 10 to 18. Maybe that's what it is, something like that. But this one's 18,000, and that one's max 10, I think. Maybe 12. I don't know. You can look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's like 4 to 10, 4 to 12, and then 10 to 18 on this one. And that's, you know, like low, medium, high, whatever. And this one here's got 3 settings. Some of them only have 2, like low and high. But it's 18,000. It puts out. It does really good. And I'm pretty sure on 2 tanks. On 2 tanks, on low, it lasts you probably about 8 or 9 hours, I think, on 2 tanks. And then on high, it's like 4 hours, something like that. It's not, it really uses them. But 18,000 BTU, like, my gosh, that is hot. You're inside your house, you're not going to run that high like that for too long. Get all that burned up. Yeah. Well, that is hot right there. Well, you can see what it's doing to this candle. That candle, half of it, you see half of it's got liquid and half of it don't. Kind of tells you how hot this thing is. I'm gonna leave that in there, let it burn down. That is hot. Boy, golly, that looks crazy on camera. It almost looks pink on camera, and it's orange, and like more of an orangish red in real life. Wow, that looks wild. That looks wild, don't it? There's a lot of daggum heat coming from that. A lot of heat. All right, who else got any prayer requests, guys? Oh yeah, Chris. You know, I seen a few of them that had the blower fans that run on batteries. Those are awesome, man. But I couldn't find any that would actually be delivered. And you know, if I'd been more patient, I would have. I can't say that. If I'd been more patient, I could have got one. But I didn't have no patience, and I didn't want to wait 6 weeks. Well, I mean, that big storm was coming, so I had to go ahead and order it. But I seen them with those. They got them, like Chris was talking about there. If you don't know, you can put batteries in. They got a little fan there. It helps project that heat out. And then I seen another kind. I think it's called Big Hog or something like that. I know they're orange, and they don't. I don't know if they got a fan or not, but I know when they're setting level, like if they're setting like this and it's level like this, they've got a pivot part in there where the heater part will actually pivot, you know, and aim it up a little more, or just, you know, kind of push the heat in another way. Where these don't have that, but. You know, guys, when I'm out there looking for all that stuff, I go and try to compare. You know, I think that'd be a great app if somebody could design, and they may be one out there already, but one where you just be like, okay, compare all the propane heaters that they are for sale anywhere. And you just pop them up and compare all the differences, because I know there's with things, you know, you can go and compare this to this. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a full scale. So I have no questions. Oh, yes, that's the one I want. And there's not one of those yet that I've seen. Yeah, I did, Chris. I got my hose today for the 20 pound to hook to this. Yeah, and on this green one, well, I think the box fritz. I don't know what I did with it. I might even put it in the closet. I don't know. I may even burn it. It might already got burnt, but it said on the box that if, with a 20 pounder and this green one right here, it would last. I think it said 79, 80 hours on 20 pounds. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Like, I mean, this big convection heater, I don't know. I don't think it like this one's 30 30,000 to 80,000. 80,000 BTU. That's a lot. But I see. It's for 2,000 square feet. 14 hours is what this is on a 20-pound tank. That's probably on low too. 14 hours on low. Probably 14 hours on low. 5 hours on high. Probably is what this thing will do, or 7 hours on high, something like that. But this thing on low, like I've not put it on high yet to heat this big space here, just because I just think it's too much. It's just a lot. It puts a lot of heat out. Anybody else got any prayer requests? Anybody else got any questions about these heaters or these cooking utensils or wood chopping material utensils over here that I showed? Anybody got any questions about that? Or this blend jet right here? This blend jet. I think everybody needs to get them one of these things. Cool thing about it, you can hold that button down for 3 seconds, and as you see, it turns purple. Boom, then it's locked. Now if I push it, because you got to think, if you take that lid off and you try and take the drink and your finger hits at it, it goes around. My beard would look pretty, wouldn't it? Some kind of big strawberry smoothie all down it. See, and you hold it down for 3 seconds till that circle lights up. All the way, boom, and it's unlocked. And you talk about, I don't know, there you go. You see them teeth in that thing. See how they're sharp like that on the top and the bottom. Wow, that's a really good daggone shot of that. And you see, watch this, I'm going to turn it on when it's that close so y'all can see what it does. Here we go. And what, like, you just hit it one time and it does it for 20 seconds. You can honestly hold it and then, like, what's that called? Pulse or something like the, you know, the old blenders, and that's what I got to go to because that's what I'm used to, is the old push button type, different speeds. But yeah, I recommend everybody go get them one of these. Go get you one. They're awesome. And I ain't sponsored by them. Nothing to me, but just send them an email and tell them Jackhammer sent you over. Any of this stuff, tell them Jackhammer sent you over. They might be curious who that is. Who knows? They might sell 50 heaters and be like, you know what? I appreciate that guy helping out. I'm going to send him a bottle of propane. I'll be tickled to death, son. My main thing is you all. I don't really care about I know it's going to help them if y'all buy it, but that's not why I do it. I want to help you guys. Like, you know, those heaters I think are very essential. I think everybody should have one or two or, you know, good Lord willing, 5, whatever it may be. But I think you need them just in case, because you never know. And look, if you buy one, don't just go and get one little can of propane. Yeah, that's good to have, but go get you 5 or 6 to put back somewhere and then forget about them. Pretend you don't even have them. And then when that emergency pops up, you'll be ready. You know, I think there's a lot of stuff a lot of people could probably pretend is not going on. And by me saying pretend, that's not saying overlook it or whatever. I'm just saying, well, if you look at, you know, little survival scenarios and stuff like that, it really help, you know, because I promise you, when you're standing there buying it, the price is going to keep getting higher too. You know that. So I recommend go ahead and buy it now. Because I had to pay for that. What does that say? American Gas is what that 20-pounder says. And it was $80. The majority of that money is for the metal, not the propane. Like, I can take, when that one goes empty, I can take it down here and swap it out for a full one for $25. So you basically get 20 pounds for $25. Or you're going to get these little green ones, like these right here, these little 1-pounders. I can get them at Lowe's. Well, from last week to this week, they went up $2 a piece each. Last week, I could get them for $6 a piece. Now they're like 2 for $16.50 or something like that. So yeah, and it's just gonna keep going up and up, 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 up. So my recommendation is what I seen Brother Chris do is get you a hose, and like I said, mine just come today. Get you a hose that'll run from the 20-pounder and run straight in to these. And my hose is in the house. I'll show it tomorrow night or whenever. I'll bring out hose and show you. But it's like a stainless steel. I think it's like 6 foot. It's got the pressure gauge and all that. Shows how much propane's in the tank. That would be the best way to go, because first of all, you're going to have to change 20 bottles. 20. You have to change that little thing 20 times versus 1 time. And to me, I just use my little hillbilly ingenuity, and I just think I'm lazy when it comes to doing stuff. If I can see a whole easier way for me to have something just turn my wrist, I'm going to do that right there. I'm going to just choose the 20. So, but you still got to have some small ones. I mean, because just in case, I like having one of them just on hand, just in case. What if I don't really feel like lugging a 20-pounder in the heater everywhere? So, I like to say, I think small ones are still good to have. But if you're doing it for yourself and the smart money wise, go with the 20-pounder and buy that extra $30 hose, because you're paying. Once you buy the tank the first time, and I'm going to buy another tank, be another $80, but then it's just $25 for 20 pounds versus 6, 7 a piece. So you got 20 times 7. I mean, that's $140. So you're looking at $25, or I mean, I had it right. 20 times, let's say that'd be 20 times, that'd be $200 basically. $160, something like that. A whole lot more daggone money than just $25. But like I said, it's all about convenience too, because these little 1-pounders are convenience. You throw a couple of them in your backpack and go right on, whatever. Like this little one right here, or the big one, the green one, I take him hunting with me. Put them in a little hunting shed, and you'd be warm the whole time. But I wouldn't be dragging that big 20-pounder unless I wanted it to be stationary there all the time. Keep your empty 1-pounders bottle in the freezer. It'll make good vacuum to refill. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know what to do with the old ones, to be honest with you. Hello, Pindar. How you doing? I found that you caught me tonight. That's a good thing. That's good. I seen you jumped in there last night and said you didn't get no notifications. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. So. I got you. Got you, Chris. Well, you put the tape over top on the top of them. Is that what you do? I got some of that plumber's tape, that stuff that you wrap around the pipes. I got some of that. It's a little blue thing, and then the tape's white. I think that's what it is. I ain't no, guys. I'm one of them. I can rig it up to make it work, but it might not be no professional, but I can rig it up and get it right. I ain't no plumber by no means. But I think I know what you're talking about. I think so. But I'm trying to. I was trying to read a few of them comments, but I just don't want to miss nobody. Anybody else got any prayer requests? And like I said, if you just tuning in, you can go back. I mean, I've showed these blend jets. I've showed a couple survival things. I've showed some things in this video that I think you need. A couple of these, and I'm just back for the people, late people coming in. That buddy, and that one. I think everybody needs a daggum heater. And this little, I'm telling y'all right now. I mean, if you're smart, you've already went to Walmart's website and you bought one in green ones. When you heard me say that they got, all you gotta do is choose colors. If you choose the red one, it's like $140. If you choose the green one, that's $70. I like the $70 better. And they had, I don't know, I think it's 20. It told me they had 22, 23 left, but that was a distraction, probably just to get me to think, oh my gosh, they're getting ready to sell out. Now, if that was, sometimes that's really a legit number, and considering how cheap that was compared to the other ones, maybe they just had too many in stock, didn't have room for them. They do that sometimes, so, but I would recommend you jump over at Walmart and go over and buy you a dadgum. It's like literally 60% off, 70% off. It's a good deal, I think. Like I said, it works great. What in the world? I didn't know. I ain't heard anything about that. Somebody, golly, a 6-year-old and his teacher. Wow. Now, I do know. I don't know the details, but I did hear of. I imagine it's a high school student that lives in my community. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know if it's a boy or girl, and that is my fault. But I do know it was a high school student that passed away somehow last night. And I know, man, I can remember back when I was in school, and I mean, I could still remember my buddies that, car wreck or whatever it may be. I can remember that. And look, it don't, just because I'm 43 now, no, it don't look at me and think, oh, he's getting ready to say, because he was in high school, it's so much harder. No, it's honestly harder now, I think, than it was even then. But I know that's hard for people, especially at that age, and it's just hard to wrap your mind around life really, at that age. You know, when you're in high school, you're absorbing everything. You're trying to learn all the, you know, the do's and don'ts, and then especially all the, you know, stuff we have to survive in society. You know, maths. You know, well, they don't teach history no more, but the science and all that. You're trying to absorb all that, and then one of your buddies, or you know, somebody you've been all the way through school with, gets in an accident, and they pass away. It's rough, man. We've all been through that, right? I don't know of anybody that haven't been through it, but I will say these little kids that's down here below me, this is probably their first time. You know, first time going through something like that can be really rough. When, like I said, if you grew up with these people, I mean, you know, like I said, I've got buddies of mine like Daniel. I've got buddies of mine I look at like my brother. You know, so just say a prayer for them, because it can be hard. You know, especially them being young, and you know, with the way society is this day and time. I mean, I don't know, one of them little kids could be having a bad time, and then they get on the internet and make a post, and somebody goes start making fun of them. And who knows what happens? You know how society is. Let's just keep them in our prayers. Oh, his teacher's still alive. Well, we'll say a prayer that God puts his hand of healing on him, and whatever it is messed up, he'll take care of it. Because, listen, the God I serve can do that. You know, I think that's one of the things a lot of people, let me ask you this, and maybe this might help you, because it did me when I learned it. Just when you pray, do you actually believe? Like when you ask God for, just say you're asking for something or help with something or praying for somebody or whatever, do you actually believe and have enough faith that he can do it and is going to do it and will do it? Because look, if you don't, it ain't going to happen. One of this walk and this journey that we're on is faith. The road that we're on is faith. It's all about faith. So when you're praying, if you don't pray with that solid heart and that, you know, knowing that God is going to do it, knowing that he's got the power, and have enough faith to know that whatever you're praying, he's going to see it through. If you don't, then it ain't going to happen. Now, I look at it like, you know, like this day and time, like Amazon and all these people are delivering packages and this and that. I look at God, when you pray, I think God gets your prayer and he boxes it up, puts it in that box, and he ships it right away. It's on the way. Now, when it gets to you, that's on his time. It could be 2 months shipping. But my thought is that if you don't got enough faith to think that that box can get all the way to you physically in your hands, why are you even praying? If you ain't right with who you're praying to, I mean, I'll give you another example, and this is for the people sitting in the back. Say me and you got issues. You done me wrong, or just say I done you wrong, right? Say I done you wrong. Yeah, I'll be the victim. I'll be the not the victim. I'll be the other one. Say I did you wrong, real wrong, bad in some way, and I wasn't going to apologize for it. And then I seen you, and then I come up and I was, you know, just running up and just acting like nothing ever happened, right? Hold on a minute. Maurice, what's up, brother? How you doing, bro? I thought I seen that comment. Man, these comments pop up and then they just, boom, they leave. Oh, man, I made something. Brother Chris, brother, hey, I know, man, that is so sad. And that one comment right there, it's got me sidetracked a little bit, but maybe God wanted this conversation to go this way. I told y'all last night that me personally, a very, very, very close family member of mine was forced into the same thing. And you have seen on this page right here, how many times the rescue squad's been to my house. And all I'm saying is that none of this happened. There was nothing wrong until that happened. So, you know, I can do the math that if I'm walking through the yard and I fall down on that, I got a big chopping stump out there in the yard. If I fall down and bust my knee on that, I've got enough sense to know when I stand up walking, it's going to hurt. I know what. Guys, this stuff ain't rocket science. It's just the fact that we know the truth. It's just that they still keep denying it. That's the biggest problem. That they have grabbed a hold of these lies and they've not let go of them yet. Eventually, they're going to have to let go because you can't hang on to a lie forever. Eventually, it'll slide right out of your hands and you're going to be caught. And then you're going to have to fess up for what you've done wrong. You're going to have to, you know, ask for forgiveness, and hopefully the person, you know, will forgive you for it. But yeah, man, I know exactly what you mean as far as the sad thing is a lot of these people passed away alone. That's what burns me up about it. A lot of these people passed away. They couldn't have no family, no loved ones around them. So he was alone. I know many people. Few of them I care about that died alone. Just wasn't allowed no visitors. Nothing. Yeah, and we put up with that. We put up with it. All for more than, I mean, well, y'all know what this junk is. We've all had it. We know how rough it is. Yes, it can be pretty rough. It can. They designed it that way. They actually, I believe, designed it to be they wanted it to be a whole lot stronger, and it didn't work out the way they did. It was a little mild. They wanted it to be real strong, but they didn't know how strong the recipe was to begin with. But they thought they had a real strong recipe. And then I think they cut it in half, and then that's what they sent. And then when they see, oh, it ain't doing what we wanted it to, but it's still working. That's where they come up with the other stuff. Said, oh, well, it didn't work enough. We'll go ahead and do it this way. It's kind of like just adding, you got the engine of the train, which was the initial, and then these other things are just more cars, just pushing it on down the line. I don't know, man. Why we put up with this is beyond me. Yeah, and you're right. It is still like that. We're still putting up with it. Like today is one of the most, I celebrate today. I think today should be honestly labeled as Ashley Babbitt Day is what I think, because she went up there doing the same thing I did, standing for truth and freedom. And she sacrificed her life for that. You know, guys, when it gets to that point, it really hits hard, because there's a lot, like Mo right there, there's a lot of us, Chris, there's a lot of us, Daniel, there's a lot of us on here that have went to those that probably should have happened to us once already, as many times as we was in the middle of it. But it could have been us. If it would have been us, I have a feeling that the same reaction, the same thing that's going on, the same way Ashley Babbitt's viewed would be the same way I was viewed, or somebody else's viewed. You know, yes, if it would happen to somebody else, you'd have me and others on here screaming at the top of lungs. But you know what? There's really not enough caring people, I'd say it like that, to matter. And that's what we're seeing, because there's been no justice in that. You know, most of the time when a cop shoots somebody, he gets pretty much run through the ringer to make sure he done it the right way. We've never even heard nothing about this guy. Well, now we know who he is. But ain't nothing been done to him. He's still living. He probably eating big steak dinner tonight. Nothing happened to him. But if you or I try to do something like that, what's going to happen? It's not fair. But I celebrate this day. I think this day it's got several occasions. If you read the Bible, you'll know another occasion. But, you know, in my life of what I've experienced, you know, like I said, on that day, I went and stood for God, truth, and freedom, and that was it. And I know there was millions of others that done the same thing. And yes, I would do it all over again. Yeah. Now, I'd probably change a few things. You know, I don't think it was a good enough job myself. I just, it's honestly sad that they wasn't more people. And I mean, like I said, you heard me say last night that that's the biggest one I've ever seen. It's honestly sad that they should have been more. They should have been a whole lot more. No, we're still living a lie. Oh my gosh. Man, I don't think it'd be really much worse. I mean, a way to go is freezing to death, because that's just, man, you know, you get numb, you start hurting, and it gets to a point. I mean, I've been that cold before. I didn't want to go. I was almost to the point in my mind where I was like, I just can't handle it. You know how you get? Because you imagine just, man, I feel bad for that. Man, I hope it was just like a silent one. I do know, and then a lot of times when that happens, they just kind of go to sleep and get numb and go to sleep. Maybe they don't feel anything, but I don't know. It's just sad, man. It's sad. Sadly, there's somewhere right now, probably within a couple miles from me, there's somebody freezing to death. And I don't know about it. I wish I did. Don't know really what I could do, but I'd try to do something. But it's going on around you too. It ain't just me. It's happening where you live too. Y'all, let me ask y'all this, and then we're going to say a prayer and we're going to go. Let me ask you this. Where you live, where you're at right now, how much has it changed from 2 years ago to now? And I'm talking about as far as homeless people and people walking on the streets. And for me, where I live right here in these Appalachian Mountains, it has went up tremendously. Like, it's almost like they're bringing buses in and just letting them go. I really think that. Where else are they coming from? I'm just curious if where you all live, if kind of the same scenario is going on, because it is here. And if it look, they got designated spots. It's worse in other places too. I'm not saying it's the worst here, but it's bad, and I say that. It ain't good. Not at all. Anybody else got any prayer requests? Golly, man, I'm sorry. I try my best not to make these videos that long, but I just get on here and get to rolling, and before I know it, it's there. I apologize, but hey, I appreciate all y'all that stick around. I love talking to y'all. You know, with honestly, without people coming on here telling the truth in any fashion, without it, this world's getting dumber. Because I promise you, to every 5 people that they are on there talking about truth and good, there's 55 doing the bad. And majority of the distraction is, man, bad's getting a lot of, like I said last night, I guarantee you can go in here right now and find somebody live, probably sitting, you know, in a scenario like I am, but they're picking their nose or doing something weird like that. And boy, they've got a lot of the world's attention. I'm just going to say it like that. You know, that was a hard thing for me. She said, don't be sorry, love it, love your loss. And you know, we're supposed to. As Christians, we're supposed to celebrate when people die. But you know what? We let the selfishness and the devil take over. Instead of us saying, you know what, I'm glad. And I've learned to do that. It's hard. I'm not going to say it is. It's very hard. But to get to that point to where you're like, you know what, I'm as bad as I'm going to miss you, I'm tickled to death. Because you ain't, first of all, you ain't hurting no more. There ain't no more pain. It's all over with. You made it. Like, to me, guys, that's our main goal, right? That's our main goal. We've all got a day. All 13 of us right now, we've all got a day. Now, I can promise you this. You're either going to see me buried or I'll see you. Or it may be the same day. Who knows? But I guess the question I got before we started with a prayer is that if today, right now, 9:30, 9:29, if right now was your time, would you be ready? Would you be ready to be like, yo, Jesus, thank you. I'm so glad to see you. Been waiting so long. Would you be like that? Or would you be, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm not really sure. Because I promise you, I know a lot of people that when I asked that question, you know, they didn't know. There've been a lot of people that have no idea. I don't really know, man. I don't really know what to think. You know? I'm like, well, I do. There's a man named Jesus that you need to get to know. Because once you start and have a personal relationship with him, you know what, I want to tell you, if you don't know him, I'll go ahead and tell you, it's not an easy road. It's a really, really hard and rough road. If you go and read the Bible, most of the main figures in the Bible were either murdered, put in jail, whatever, for their faith, for this. So it's not an easy road, but I promise you, if you start putting the work in down here, you'll be building your mansion. Like I'm working on my mansion up there, and I ain't got no roof on it yet. And I think in my mind, when you're done down here, when you take your final breath, I think that's when God caps the roof on your mansion. And whatever works you've done down here will be depending on how big it is. Now look, I'm working on trying to get mine real big. You know, I get life is hard down here. God never said it'd be easy, but the main road is that faith. And so. And you know, I kind of jump all over, but when you're praying, make sure that you got enough faith to know God's going to do what you pray for. Because if you don't, it ain't going to happen. You probably say, oh man, I prayed stuff. Have you prayed stuff before that has not come true, or, you know, it's not happened like you want to? It's probably because you didn't have enough faith that he could do it. He knows how much faith you got. And look, there's a lot of people that's got faith in their brain, but nothing in their heart. I'll say it again. You got faith in the brain, nothing in the heart. There's a lot of people like that. They think they know Jesus. Really, man, a lot of people don't give the devil enough credit of how sly and how much power he really has. He'll wiggle right in there in between you thinking your prayer's going to God and the devil's right there whispering in your ear. Things may be going the way you want it to, but it ain't God, it's the devil. Because the devil's got power like that too. Just make sure you know. Make sure. Go to a little quiet space by yourself. You're supposed to pray in the closet, you know. I do a lot of praying by myself, and God will talk to you. You got to get to know him, though. There's a lot of people out there pretending they know him, and a lot of people's billionaires. Some of them been billionaires lying about it, right? But the Bible also tells us there'll be those people. It warns us about those people. So, oh, I didn't know that, Chris. I didn't know. I don't know anything about. I know his name, but I don't know. I don't know anything about. Yeah, I heard about Ashley Babbitt's mom, Daniel. I heard they arrested Ashley Babbitt's mom for jaywalking in D.C. today. Now, she was probably up there protesting them murdering her daughter last year, rightfully so. Which honestly, I mean, if we'd known about it, some kind of deal like that, I mean, I'd have gladly went and supported that. I didn't know she was coming, but I did hear. I don't know if it's even a true story. I've seen several people post it, but this is just one of those things I saw posted on the internet. I did not physically see them put her mom in handcuffs and charge her for jaywalking. I didn't physically see that. I heard. So take it at what you want. But with as crooked as DC is, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if they didn't get word, hey, the girl we murdered's mom's here last year. Let's go out there and get her for something. What can we get her for? I don't know. Come on, stupid. Come on, stupid. Because this is how they do. Come on, stupid. Oh, ain't no cure for stupid. Oh, we know that. We've been this way our whole life. Oh, jaywalking. That's what she's on the street. That's what happened. We living in sad times. If they actually put that woman in jail for going up there protesting because they murdered her daughter last year, this country should be turning upside down. Just over that alone. Just over that alone. If you really had a heart and you had compassion for your fellow man, like the Bible tells you to, you'd be burning up. And you see it's kind of really getting under my skin because when I think about it, woman went up there to protest because they murdered her daughter and then they going to lock her up? That ain't right, man. That ain't right. So if it don't get you a little blood boiling a little bit, something's wrong with you. You're not American. There's a lot of them on here that are pretending they're Christians and pretending they're American, and really all they are is the devil. Inside and out, upside down and around, they're the devil. That's what they are. Guys, let's have a word of prayer. I think. Heavenly Father, God, Lord, as we bow in your holy presence, God, Lord, thank you, God, for another night, God. Lord, thank you, Lord, for perfect health, God, Lord. I pray, God, Lord, Lord, all these prayer requests, God, Lord, tonight that's been spoken, God, Lord, I pray, Lord, that you just reach down, God, and answer each and every one of these prayers, God, according to your will, God, not ours. Lord, I pray, God, all the death that has happened, Lord, that all the loss, God, that has happened down here while we're in the flesh, and Lord, it hurts as far as us missing them, and Lord, I pray, God, Lord, the ones that has lost people tonight, God, I pray, Lord, that you just comfort them somehow, Lord, and let them know, Lord, that their loved ones are finally happy, finally safe. They made it, God. I pray tonight, Lord, if anybody lost, God, anybody that don't know you, Lord, that maybe pretending they know you, but God, I pray, Lord, there be something I've said or somebody typed in the comments tonight, Lord, maybe that they come to know you, Lord, before it's everlasting too late. God, I pray for all the veterans, Lord, all the homeless people, God. Lord, I pray for all of them. Lord, it's cold tonight. Lord, I pray, God, that somehow, some way, they'll be able to find some more. God, I pray you just put your hand on all of us, God. Lord, watch us and guide us, Lord, in all the things that we do. In Jesus' name, I do humbly pray. Amen. Guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in as long as you did. Got ashes all over my knees. It's worth it. Hey, I'm proud to have ashes on my knees to be praying, and it's crazy. 10 years ago, I would have never said that. I've been like, man, I ain't getting no ashes on my pants. What are you talking about? You crazy? I can do it standing up. That's probably what I'd have said. It's crazy. It's crazy the changes that you can see. The difference is I will openly admit mine, because I think it might help you. If it helped me, then it's going to help you. And I mean, there is times where it's kind of embarrassing because, I messed up. I did. I didn't see it that way. But I'm learning, I mean, I think that's the main thing. But now 10 years ago, I'd have probably been like, I don't get my pants dirty. I can just stand right here and do it. I'll bow my head over here. That's probably the way I was. Now if it breaks my knees, I'm going to do it. If every time I prayed it broke my kneecaps, I'd be probably waddling around on my hind end trying to get back in there at the house, I reckon. But guys, I hope, my main prayer is that I hope you know real from fake. I hope you know God from the devil, because the devil is so smooth. Like he's right there in your ear all the time. And the more attention you give God, the more attention the devil's going to give you. He don't like it. He don't like it when we, put him down and praise the name of Jesus like we're supposed to, he don't like that. It's like a black eye every time. I love punching him. But don't think, when I get up and get out of the bed in the morning, I'll be done walking through the house, he'll throw something probably in front of me, and I'll rip half my toenail off. It happens, it happens, but I can handle it. But I appreciate all y'all. Make sure you go follow Daniel's drone deploy right there for the ones that ain't. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. Look, if you agree with anything I said, if you think somebody else, maybe in your family, needs to hear it, send them this video. Hey, look, title it. Look at this crazy redneck hillbilly right here. Look at him. Check him out. I don't know, guys. I think we could be living in, I think we're living in the most learning times we've ever lived in, and it's getting ready to get so crazy. Like, I pray that God is, helps my mind to be able to understand what's getting ready to be in front of our eyes. I'm just going to say it like that. That's about the best way. I pray that God helps you to be able to understand it and accept it, because there's so much going on that's lies that we think's truth. I mean, a lot of people are going to flip out. I think if you ain't got the help of Jesus, you flip out. You and the devil won't be able to handle it alone. I say it like that. If you got Jesus beside you, he'll help you through it. But you and the devil, it's going down the wrong road. But guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Maybe tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, it'll be the next. But I'll try to come. I'm gonna show y'all some good stuff. I think that might help y'all out. Might help your lives get a little bit better. And look, make sure you're stocking up on stuff. And I will throw this little tidbit in there too, just because it's factual information and our media don't talk about it. China is really close to pouncing on Taiwan. I'm about thinking in about 30 days. They're going to put a little thing in place to where there's no more goods, nothing getting into Taiwan. Going to make them people basically use what they got and starve them to death. And they think Taiwan ain't going to fight. And then that's going to start it. It's, I think that could happen real soon. And look, guys, where we're sitting right now, we're already in for a crazy year. Like, down. Everything gonna be gone. But if China, does that, which, if you look at history and look at everything, it's the monumental time. Oh, and here's this, where Taiwan sits, the ocean's all around it. That tide comes in, and there's only 2 times a year, from October to December, and I think from March to May is the only times you're able to, the tide's down low enough, you'll be able to access the island for an attack. March is coming up, and then you heard me say the 30-day thing, right? They're going to give them 30 days basically to comply and this and that. And, Taiwan's going to fight, and when Taiwan fights, that's going to bring us into it. And guys, that World War III started then. Get you some stuff set back. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying it could. Do the research on it. Prove me wrong. I did my research. That's what I kind of come to the conclusion to, and I'm paraphrasing some stuff here and there, telling you what my opinion is. But I think something could pop off, and if something could pop off, why not be prepared? It's better to have it than not, than want it and not have it, right? Guys, hey, take that thought right there to bed with y'all. Y'all have a good night. God bless y'all. Say a prayer for a country. Say a prayer for a president. Say a prayer for one another. Say a prayer for all these people out here in the cold. And guys, say a prayer for all these animals. Like I got one little dog that's kind of, she got a big tumor and she's real old, and they can't do surgery to take it off. So what the tumor is eventually going to kill her is what's going to happen. It just ain't, it's not no bad point yet. But if she ever gets in at least a little bit of pain or whatever, I'm going to have to take her and put her down. And that's like my little girl. And you can tell by my voice, it's going to break my heart. So yeah, say a little prayer for my little dog if you don't mind. But look, I appreciate y'all. Till tomorrow night, God bless y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.